Right now at 6, new details in the town of Shelby homicide case reveal how the victim died.
And the local VA raises awareness for veterans suffering from PTSD.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Today is an alert day, but before we send it over to Greg, we have a major development in the Madeline Kingsbury murder case.
That's right. This afternoon, a Minnesota district judge has granted a motion to move the case against Adam Fravel out of Winona County. In the change of venue request, Fravel's defense team presented a Winona County phone survey. That survey found 74% of respondents in the county who had read news articles about the case had formed an opinion. And of that 74%, almost all of them believed Fravel was guilty. The judge used that survey to rule that a fair trial for Fravel in Winona County would be unlikely. Now, the judge also ruled on two other motions. She denied the defense's attempt to dismiss the first-degree premeditation murder charge, ruling that the prosecution had presented a grand jury with enough admissible evidence to justify the charge. The judge also denied a motion to suppress statements Fravel made to police on April 2nd of 2023 when Kingsbury had not yet been found. The defense claimed the statements were inadmissible because police had not read Fravel his Miranda rights. But the judge said Fravel was not subjected to an official interrogation at that time, so those statements are admissible. The court will now determine where Fravel's case is headed next.
Authorities continue to build a case on the La Crosse man accused of killing his wife. La Crosse County deputies responded to a call Monday in the town of Shelby. According to the criminal complaint, deputies found a woman referred to as EF dead in her bedroom. Officers arrested her husband, Zachary Fritz, for first-degree intentional homicide. An autopsy found 50 sharp force injuries and 4 bite wounds on EF's body. Fritz is held on a $1 million cash bond. The Fritzes have a 4-year-old daughter. She's staying with her paternal grandfather.
Yeah, we still have an alert day in the focus right now, but it's fairly quiet out there, and it's going to probably be quiet here for a good chunk of the evening until later. We did have some severe storms come through earlier for southwest Wisconsin, northeast Iowa. We still got that slight risk for severe weather, level 2. We still believe winds and maybe some heavy rainfall right now will be something to watch out for later right now. But overall, we're not seeing any activity. Currently, watches are out to the west, but we have no watches or warnings in effect for the entire area. We had storms come through earlier, but they have passed off to the south. We actually had wind speeds gust of 64 miles per hour at Boscoville, so we did have some tree damage and some other damage that occurred more in northeast Iowa with that storms that came through. But overall, it's quiet to speak of, but things will change potentially later in the evening. But it's going to be a while till we get to that point. Really not probably until about 9 to 10 we start to see some of the activity begin to approach from Minnesota right there. We're going to have to track that out and see if it stays together. That could be a line of stronger storms later after 10 going into maybe around midnight, so we'll see if that holds together. But overall, we'll kind of track that out later on. We'll kind of say we do have some rain for Thursday, not severe, and we do have a weekend kind of mess, which is not great for all the weekend activities. We'll kind of explain all that a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg. One person is dead after their car hit a dump truck in Monroe County. According to the sheriff's office, a car crossed the center line of Highway 21 near Flagpole Road in the town of Greenfield yesterday afternoon and struck the dump truck. They say the crash caused the dump truck to catch fire, shutting down Highway 21 for 7 hours. The dump truck driver was not hurt, and the car driver, whose name has not been released, was pronounced dead on the scene.
Sauk County residents hosted a gathering of hope today for a teenager who's been missing for 1 year. According to the event, this is a gathering of hope to bring James home to his family. James Yablonsky was last seen leaving his family's home overnight. During initial searches, parties found multiple campsites and belongings that may have been his. Law enforcement say the evidence in the woods led them to believe the teen may be trying to live off the grid. Anyone with information is asked to call the Sauk County Sheriff's Department. Yablonsky's family is offering a reward of $10,000 for information.
The Crawford County Sheriff's Office is warning the community about a phone scam. An unknown man is reportedly calling random residents, identifying himself as Sergeant John Walker with the Crawford County Sheriff's Office, and then telling telling people they have warrants out for their arrest. He's calling from those numbers on your screen. Now, the sheriff's office is telling residents to warn loved ones of the scam and to never give out any personal information over the phone. If you've received a scam call or have any questions, you can reach out to the True Crawford County Sheriff's Office at the number at the bottom of your screen.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court has kept a lower court's ruling banning the use of mobile voting sites in the upcoming presidential election. In 2022, Racine allowed ballots to be cast in a van that traveled around the city. However, this is no longer allowed after a ruling on late Tuesday. The court also ruled that municipalities can use the same method used since 2016 to determine where to locate early voting sites. This is for the upcoming August primary and November presidential election.
A local VA medical center is making moves for PTSD Awareness Month. Now, PTSD affects 5 out of every 100 adults in the U.S. Today, Toma's VA Medical Center held an awareness walk for veterans who suffer from the disorder. One official at the event says those who suffer are often misunderstood.
The veterans who signed up to serve their country often experienced traumatic things in the line of serving their country, and symptoms of PTSD might not show up right away.
The VA Center also offers help to those suffering from the condition through one-on-one counseling, group therapy, and medication management, not only for PTSD, but other mental disorders as well.
Well, it's been a long time coming. A softball team is officially joining the Loggers this summer at La Crosse's Copeland Park.
News 8 Now's Allison Ferget joined the team's first ever practice today as they gear up for opening day.
The lacrosse team's first season officially kicks off in just a few days, and coaches say excitement could not be higher in the Coulee region as women's sports are growing in popularity across the country. For years, college baseball players have had the opportunity to spend their summers practicing their skills in the Northwoods League. Now, these women are getting the same chance.
People here I've talked to have been very, very excited about this team, and we just think that it will be the next big thing.
While the players have 40 games to look forward to this summer, they also have their eye on the long-term future of the sport, hoping to inspire young girls across the region to pick up a bat and glove. This team's first home game will be this Saturday, June 15th. Reporting in Copeland Park, Allison Ferget, News 8 Now.
This team will be taking on the Madison Nightmares at home this weekend.
Tickets are still available, but they're going quick. Well, the Blue Angels won't be the only aircraft landing in La Crosse for the annual Airfest. Fat Albert, the Blue Angels C-130 support plane, arrived with the rest of the Blue Angels today. It's one of the aircraft used to transport the pilot's personal equipment between show sites. Now, the Deke Slayton Airfest is this upcoming Saturday and Sunday, and performances will consist of the USAF F-22 Raptors demo team and Michael Goulian performing in his extra 330SC aircraft. You can buy tickets on the Airfest website, and we'll have a link on all of our digital platforms.
A La Crosse native is pushing his boundaries.
After the break, find out why one man has decided to cross the Mississippi River on a paddle boat.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for 27 years. When they asked me to talk to you about their special customer event, Us Days, I said, I gotta get in shape. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers.
Us Days is back at U.S. Cellular.
I always knew that I wanted to be a mom, and choosing that it was the right time was just a really exciting moment. It turned out that my baby had a diagnosis that would be incompatible with life. It wasn't just that my baby wasn't going to survive, but I was at risk for hemorrhaging when I delivered. I met with my doctor and we went over the risks and benefits. I made a really informed decision, just like you would for any other procedure you're going to have. I'm a nurse, and I'm an example of a woman who had to have a procedure to be able to save my life and to not watch my baby die. And now Donald Trump supports laws that could take that procedure away across this country.
54 years they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it.
Without that procedure, I would not have been able to get pregnant again. But the good news is, a year later, I had my son. If Trump gets elected again, I fear for women.
ABPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted retractable awning and solar screen experts. Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens protect you from the harsh sun. With over 150 fabrics to choose from and the largest sizes available, you can create shade to match your home and style. Join us for our summer showroom sale Thursday, June 13th at either showroom in Eau Claire or Onalaska. Enjoy summer savings with up to 25% off your entire purchase at Asher Laston Exteriors.
I devised a plan to find better home internet, guys. Madison, you scout the web for the best deals. And Ellen...
Avoid that hassle and go with U.S. Cellular Home Internet. No more guesswork, and it is faster than ever.
U.S. Cellular new and improved home internet. Just $34.99 when bundled with a wireless plan.
A former La Crosse Central High School graduate is breaking barriers with an ongoing paddleboarding expedition across the Mississippi River. On May 10th, Eddie Krogman was driven from St. Paul, Minnesota to Itasca State Park, and the following day his adventure began. Now today we caught up with him at Bay Point Park in Red Wing, Minnesota. He's currently 600 miles into his journey, and his goal is to make it all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. And he says he fell in love with water at a very young age.
Kind of at a really early age, 12, 13 years old, I had a lot of exposure to being on the river and learning about it. It's always been a part of my life. I'm from La Crosse. I currently live in St. Paul. So it's something that I've always wanted to do, really.
You know, he won't be doing this alone. Earlier in the trip at Stump Lake, he met a man named Scott. And after some small talk, Eddie discovered Scott was traveling with just his dog and his canoe. Eddie thought since both of them are veterans, they'd be stronger tackling this journey together.
The Ho-Chunk Nation set off on a week-long dugout canoe journey down the Mississippi River this morning. The 2024 HCN Dugout Canoe Journey, now in its third year, aims to reconnect tribal members with their ancestral waterways and the ancient canoe technology that served their people for generations. Paddlers, including tribal members, historians, and local officials, will make their way south to Illinois, stopping at historic sites, navigating locks and dams, and engaging with river communities along the route. A tribal historian says the journey will help members understand more about the history of the Ho-Chunk Nation.
We allow our youth and our tribal communities there to better understand different aspects of our culture. One of them being our steeped history in the use of watercrafts of this nature.
Their journey started in St. Paul on Monday and will conclude in Galena, Illinois on Friday. They are inviting the public to join them for a ride if you see them along their route, as long as you have a ride waiting for you at the next destination.
A local organization is creating tools to help create safer playgrounds.
Which toxic playground materials you need to be aware of when we come back.
And yeah, we got some severe storm potential for tonight, but we also got some light rain that could impact some of your activities for Thursday. We'll time out the storms tonight and show you where the rain might occur. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Don't believe Tammy Baldwin's TV ads. Believe her record. Baldwin voted against $800 million for narcotic detection at our border. She voted against more Border Patrol agents, against tougher sentences for drug traffickers here illegally. No wonder overdose deaths have skyrocketed on Baldwin's watch, with cartel activity right here in Wisconsin. Two-faced Tammy, a hypocrite we can't trust. Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. We're celebrating June Dairy Month here at Wesco in Sparta. Have you thanked a farmer today? Take up to 25% off in select departments store-wide all month long. Plus, get free ice cream with every purchase. Buy a sofa, get free ice cream. Buy a fridge, get free ice cream. Buy some flooring, get free ice cream. Did I mention free ice cream with every purchase? Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. Choose from our in-stock selection or design your door your way in store or on Menards.com. This steel exterior door system is $299.99 after rebate. Transform your space with Shaw Vinyl Plank Flooring. It's waterproof, durable, and features an attached pad for added comfort. Manor Hill Vinyl Plank Flooring is $299 a square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Choosing Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben was the best decision I made.
They just came in and said, we've got this, use us, we do this all the time. And I did trust them very much throughout the whole process.
To have a law firm to represent me with dignity and honesty. And I am here to say thank you to them the best way that I possibly can.
You need an experienced attorney on your side. Schwebel, Getz, and Sieben. Call or visit schwebel.com.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
A local organization is announcing today their big step in keeping children's playgrounds safe.
That's right. Today, Space released their new environmental toolkit.
For 4 years, the organization has been developing a toolkit document explaining the negative effects of certain materials that are used in playgrounds, as well as some resolutions of better materials to use.
UWL Chemistry Labs revealed that rubber chips made of recycled tires in local playgrounds contain significant amounts of lead, which can cause developmental and other health problems in children.
A Space employee says she hopes the toolkit will convince more parks to make the change to those safer materials.
So we're hoping that this toolkit can really be used in other communities so that they don't have to go through all these steps and take 4 years to get where we have come.
But kids' safety isn't the only concern with the rubber chips. Their studies revealed that when heated up, the chips release those same toxic materials into the environment.
Their program has already helped 3 playgrounds make the change to safer materials, and they say there are many more to come this summer.
Well, a rainy Wednesday we had today, and
Oh, yeah.
It looks like we do have a little bit more of rain up until about 11 tonight, Greg. Let's send it over to him for the latest on that.
Yeah, we got some storms coming through the area. We could have more severe storms here later. Right now, all the storms up in northern Minnesota are really hail producers, ping pong, even higher size with that. But I think if they do come here later tonight from northern Wisconsin, they swing south, it's going to be more of a damaging wind threat. But we'll see if they can hold together. Right now, the only watch is up to the north where they have severe thunderstorms going on right now, just northwest of Ladysmith up into the Arrowhead of Minnesota. That's till 10 p.m. That's where some of those storms will originate that will come into the area potentially. But overall, it's going to be quiet to about 9 or 10, maybe even later further south you go. We still could see a shower or two, but severe weather-wise, we're not expecting any of that going on. Really, the severe stuff is from about 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. In a lot of areas, probably won't see it, but that is the potential going on. And don't forget, tomorrow we do have a light rain, maybe around 11 a.m. to about 4 p.m., and it's really centered along one area, and I'll kind of explain that. So just light rain. We're not expecting any heavy amounts of rain or even thunderstorms with that. There's the radar right now. Everything is pushed to the south. There's your severe thunderstorm warnings well to the northwest of Minneapolis, but those are the hail producer storms that are beginning to push further south. So we have to keep an eye on those ones up towards Minneapolis because they are going to dive southward. If they can hold together, they may form a line that's going to swing south towards Red Wing as we get closer to 9. Eau Claire might see some of this. It'll be right on the northern edge of it by 10 p.m. And then if it holds together, this line could come through La Crosse, through Sparta, around 11 to midnight time frame. And if it swings further south, then it may survive all the way to southern Wisconsin or southwest Wisconsin as we get past 12:30 to 1. That's the main line, but there could be some activity up further north that swings south, maybe getting close to Ladysmith too. But overall, a lot of areas will probably remain dry, but we do have that threat coming on. Once you wake up, we're going to see really no activity once we get past 3, so the morning commute shouldn't be impacted by any of this activity going on. Should be fairly quiet. Now, we are watching the next wave that comes along this front that's kind of sitting right over the area. Going to provide a little bit of an area of light rain and very narrow band of light, maybe steady rainfall right along I-90, basically stretching across all the way to Sparta. If you're further north of that, you probably just see clouds, maybe even more sun as you go into the afternoon. But this is going to kind of be stationary and then probably kind of slowly sag south into southern Wisconsin as we get closer to 3 to 4 p.m. And then areas to the north will see more sun. So even getting back up into the 80s once we get past like 4 or 5 p.m. La Crosse and areas to the south will see more sun closer to 5 to 6. So their high temperatures will probably climb up to around 80 as we get closer to the evening commute. So we do have that light rain. It's not going to amount to much, maybe up to 1/4 of an inch. And generally just light rain around that time frame, but only around really the I-90 corridor. As we go into Friday, those look actually perfect conditions, really. We're looking at seasonable temperatures, dry humidity, so Flag Day looks outstanding. That's kind of right where we should be. Unfortunately, we have another system, several are coming through, and we have the heat humidity potentially coming too. So Saturday, we look like we have some rain showers coming in. Don't see thunderstorms. Comfortable temperatures, a lot more clouds than sun. And Saturday night and Sunday, we have thunderstorms, and we start building the humidity up and the temperature up. So a lot of questions going on exactly how this is going to play out. We'll kind of break it down as we go further, but definitely for Sunday, prepare for at least an increase in the humidity and a chance to hit 92. Overall for tonight, we'll see those showers, thunderstorms come through. We still have that severe threat swinging through to early night. Otherwise, tomorrow we'll still have that light rain coming through really around the I-90 corridor, just some light rain, and then fantastic Friday. A lot of questions going into the weekend, and then we get into the warmth, you want to call it heat and humidity, basically Sunday through next Wednesday, a first taste of it, and that we could have some showers and thunderstorm chances along with that. But the humidity is going to come up, and you'll notice it probably definitely starting Sunday.
Looks significant.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Rangers take center stage at State. Logan baseball back at State for the first time since 2007. Rob is there in Appleton, and he's got the coverage next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
I'm 82. 86.
90 years young.
Eric Hovde thinks people like us shouldn't be able to vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Son, I've served this country. I think I can handle a ballot. What a jerk.
Eric Hovde, I'm fully aware of whom I'm voting for, and it won't be you.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $1,050.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Ever have one of those days? Yeah, one of those days. We're here to make your day brighter. Q Ultra's A+ accounts, turning bad days into A+ days. Say hello to convenience and security with online and mobile banking, contactless debit cards, and mobile wallet. Plus, better rates, no minimum balance, and no fees. Make every day an A+ day. Open your account online today or stop by your local Ultra office. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life, one stress-free day at a time.
Windows are a lot like car tires. They all look the same, but they definitely don't all perform the same.
Take our StarMark composite window, available exclusively at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
This window is 12 times stronger than vinyl, 2,000% more airtight, and 40% more energy efficient. All at a price less than what many companies charge for vinyl windows. Don't settle on your new windows. Insist on the best windows you can buy.
Receive a free cordless honeycomb shade or take $150 off each window you purchase.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Welcome to News 8 Now Sports. I'm Kate Overton. Another day of semifinal action at the state baseball tournament. The Logan Rangers' turn to take the field. Rob Schiff was at Fox City Stadium for this one, and he's got the coverage.
Both Oliva Strum and Aquinas won their state semifinal games on Tuesday, and now it's up to the Rangers to make it a perfect 3-for-3. La Crosse Logan hasn't been here since 2007, but the Rangers have been on a run the past few weeks, and the Northsiders are 2 wins away from a state title. Let's go to Fox City Stadium. Logan taking on top-seeded Mosinee, and the Rangers taking a bit of a risk in the first. Logan trading an out for a run. Kobe Zaffron gets tagged, but Johnny Lever crosses home first. It's 1-0 Rangers. Rangers. Indians fighting back, though, in the second. Benjamin Schley scorches one in a right center. There's the equalizer for Mosinee. That's going to tie the game at 1, but the Indians want more, and they get it. Keegan Jerschley jumps on this one, sends a base hit to center. That's going to score 2. Mosinee takes a 3-1 lead. Still in the second, Indians looking for more. Carson Nelson stays with it, fires to first for the out. 1 run scores, but Tyler Rumsey keeps it that way. Jackson Bosch, nice tag. Rangers keep it a 3-run game. But in the third, it's Schley again, coming up big with runners on. The senior stings one to center. 2 more runs come in to score. It's 6-1 Indians, and Mosinee adding more in the fourth. Gavin Obremski goes back up the box. The top-seeded Indians are going to be playing for a state championship as the Rangers run ends in the state semis.
Whatever you can end at the state tournament, I mean, we're not going to be raising a gold ball or anything, but beating quality teams, 4 or 5 games in a row, I told them, don't hang your heads. You guys made a special run and set the standard for future years.
Just feeling the hype and the big stage and everything like that was just a great experience, and that's something that we're going to remember for the rest of our lives. And then just being able to come here and set the bar for the future of Logan baseball, that's just a great legacy for us seniors to leave.
Not the ending they wanted, but like Coach Ellenbecker said, a special run for this Rangers squad. That's going to do it from Fox City Stadium. Kate, let's go back to you.
Tough ending for the Rangers, but it was a real magical run. And as Rob mentioned, 2 more games to go. Tomorrow morning, we start off the championship Thursday with the D4 title game. Oliva Strum going for their first gold ball as they take on Solon Springs Northwood at 9 in the morning. And then at noon, the Aquinas Blue Golds look for redemption. They lost last year's state title game, but they're back, and they'll be taking on Kenosha St. Joseph. We'll have the coverage tomorrow. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Every week it costs more to feed my family. Prices are just out of control.
Boy, inflation is really hurting us. It's got to stop.
Career politicians like Biden and Baldwin just don't get it. They're making things harder for folks here in Wisconsin. By stopping the crazy spending that caused inflation and cutting red tape, we can bring prices down. It's time for a change. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. I'll get the job done for Wisconsin families.
The biggest steak sale ever is this Thursday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Save big on delicious New York strips, bacon-wrapped sirloin fillets, and mouth-watering ribeyes. This sale is huge, and so is our dad-sized 25-ounce Big T T-bone. For the best steaks around at the best prices around. Don't miss the biggest steak sale ever, Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy in the La Crosse area.
When you're talking to someone and you call someone at Olson Solar, it's not someone in Utah, it's not someone in California, it is someone local right here. By doing that, we control the entire process. So we control the project management, we control the design, we control the installation, the electric, the hookup, permitting, and that really sets us apart.
Stop into our location near you. Learn more at olsonsolarenergy.com or give us a call.
Contacts in. We're talking contacts here, but also tracking some storms.
Okay, we got the storms potentially coming out of northern Minnesota. Will swing south because we'll watch a line that comes through the area between about 10 to about midnight. There also could be some storms north of Eau Claire towards Ladysmith up in those areas. We'll have to keep an eye and see if that actually digs far enough south to impact them. So a couple areas of concern, but we do have some rain coming tomorrow. Just light rain around the noontime.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 6.
We'll see you at 10.